that should be doing better. I hope. It's... There we go. Alright. That is us live. Holy crap. Was actually ready like 7 minutes ago. And weirdly enough, it wasn't Hobbs who was causing the problems. It was the technology. Everything was going wrong. It was not. So hopefully the sound's coming through. Hopefully the sound is synced up. It was pretty bad. It was just one problem after the other. So, one could hope. And, like, I don't know. I have to go recheck all my settings later on to make sure that it's all good. Good you can hear me. I have to review the footage to see if my sound settings have changed, which, at least through the microphone, I know that's going to be fine. It's a matter of that if it's all synced up properly and whatnot. Not to mention the game audio, but because what happened is my little capture card device basically crashed, and so I had to do a lot of things. I got a whole different cable that runs to the device itself. I basically have two cables that I keep around. One is my special D-Link cable that plugs specifically into the side of my laptop, and then the other one is a standard HDMI one. I use the smaller D-shaped linked one because I can use the HDMI on other devices. So, but I keep that spare HDMI around just in case something goes wrong and I need to switch out the cables, because the laptop is a little weird sometimes. To be fair, it's been acting a little bit weird all day today. I had to do an emergency shutdown on it and have it boot up completely. Just, it's very slow when it does that, but it is what it is. I can do all that. Hang on, I gotta check. Right, we're not going that way. We're not going that way. Ah, you missed me, sucker. Alright. Now, yes, I want to go up. So let's do that. Hopefully your day's been going well so far. Day's actually been not too shabby on my end. Like, other than just trying to set up for streaming purposes, it's been pretty relaxing, all things considering. Still super hot, but I mean, can't do anything about that, really. I'm not dropping any frames, so that's good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Alright, that is power bombs, right. And just jump over here real quickly. We got a little bit more item hunting. Don't worry, that's normal, that little hiccup there. The laptop tries its best. So we're gonna grapple our way here. Powerbomb this wall because it's got an item. Okay, I don't need it. I really don't need it, actually. It has a specific use I could put it to, but other than that, not really useful. Alright. Whoops. Yep, there we go. Alright, so we need Boost Ball to go continue on the way there, which is unfortunate because there is, you may not remember last time, but there's a visor that was up on a ledge, and this is the path to get to said ledge, and the only thing we're missing is the Boost Ball. That's it. And there's technically another item we could get, but we can see what it is. We don't have to, we'll be able to decide if we want to fully commit to it or not. I am going to go commit to taking care of Flagara. Did I grab... Nope. I want to grab those, because those are the power bomb drops. And seeing as how I only have the one... Okay, this I have to take care of. This is... There's 3 of them now, of these little Chozor ghosts. So we're just gonna hang tight. Think about what's been happening. Oh, there we go. Trying not to get hit. So they don't really hurt, especially with my 2 suits being active. It's just that basically causes a knockback effect. So we're trying very hard not to get hit. This week, I've been watching a charity stream, as it were, called Games Done Quick. It's a charity event runs for to raise money for an organization known as Doctors Without Borders, but it's known as something else because it's in a different language. But the idea is that the money's raised to help out people in other countries, specifically in less developed countries and whatnot. But it's a speedrunning event. Runs for a week, like Sunday to Saturday. Oh, I'm in the bad stuff. But they have all sorts of different games, and it's pretty cool. I haven't done any videos because of it, because it started this past Sunday, as it were. But one of the more, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday morning, very early in the morning, like 4 o'clock my time, they did a Quest 64 any percent run, which I'll have to go see. It should be up. It's probably up on YouTube by now, but I have to go find it again on their channel, because I didn't go see it. It's too early for me to wake up. I'm gonna leave that guy alone back there. But I'm like, it's very rare to see Quest 64 these days, and the speedrunning event looks much better. Like, people speedrunning Quest 64 that are good at it looks better than me running the game normally. And it's pretty cool what they can get done. Okay, yeah, nope, stop targeting that guy. Just one of the guy. Well, that's one of them down. An event that's happening later on today in, like, I don't know, 2.5 hours. They're doing a Ocarina of Time randomizer co-op run. Alright, where's this one here? So it'll look like basically it's going to be the randomizer thing that I did a while back, but they'll do it better because they know what they're doing. Okay. So that is done. Come on. Oh my god. I gotta shoot because it thinks there's grass all around there. Which normally there is. And normally you're not scanning for other things once the ghosts are in this room. But we've done things out of order, so we gotta do all this. One of the nice things, though, is there's usually beehives that we gotta take care of because they're annoying, but they don't spawn once the ghosts are out and about. However, I have none of the things I would want to take those ghosts out. If I had Super Missile, okay, specifically, if I had Charge Beam to use Super Missiles, then they would be much easier to work with. Because it's like a Super Missile, and then I think it's a Charge Shot pretty much gets rid of them. You might need a couple shots. Yeah, all wasps are annoying, even in video games. Yep, no, Super Missile's pretty nice. It's definitely one of the more useful upgrades and one of the more necessary ones. I forgot I have double jump. Alright, so here we go. So we got this boss fight with Flagara. I don't even think I showed this off last time. Hard to remember exactly. But we're going to skip this cutscene so that we can just immediately jump over here. We got to hit those solar panels, which weakens him. And then it also retracts his tentacles so that we can go inside these tunnels. And then just bomb. There we go. Just bomb him. That's how we defeat him. It's a pretty slow fight. With it rising in difficulty, quote unquote. And those tunnels that we bombed through, they disappear, so we can't use the same tunnels. Luckily there's 4 of them. Alright. There we go. If I had Charge Beam, again, would be a little bit easier. So we're going to side jump all the way around. There we go. luckily you can... So you can actually lock onto the solar panels. You won't see me do that because you can hit them pretty consistently if you're just keep your targeting on Flagara himself. There is a trick to the solar panels here. You have to either hit them all before it becomes unstunned, as it were, or continually stun him. We're gonna go left here to buy some time, as it were. Because if there's a solar panels down and he's not stunned, he'll set it back up. So time becomes crucial. Nice. Good job beating the adventure. Still don't have that game myself. Although I'd be surprised if there were ready available copies still around. Because that sold out pretty consistently. But it does look pretty cool because it reminds me of like the Wii Fitness days. Which had some actually pretty cool things to it. Alright, come on. There we go. Oh no, that's bad. $300 on Amazon, indeed. I'm gonna stun him again because I'm not gonna have enough time to take them all out. Yeah, that was a little sketchy. Because I messed up a shot is what happened. But luckily, I have plenty of missiles. Ideally, if you have 20 missiles, you should make it through it. That's like best case scenario. Yeah, it did look pretty good with the essentially forcing you to do different workouts through it, whereas the Wii Fit was more choose your style of workout. But it's a pretty good application. All right, so that was a worthless battle. Okay, specifically speaking, not the worst thing. The water's turned back to normal, and this does allow us to do some exploring a little bit. Pick up the energy. That's the big one there. True story. Seen it myself. There we go. Alright, so we're not going to go down the elevator quite yet. I need to go look around. Because we need to go... I think we need to go back to Flagara. I think it's... Let me go look. I know there is a power bomb expansion in there, which I actually don't mind grabbing. But it's this room, yes. Watery Hall. That's where we need to go to grab an item. And we can go back here to the Hall of Elders because we can actually make some sort of progress. Alright, so I'm not going to go that way then. That's what's happened, is I'm not going to go the way I said I was going to go. There we go. Just go on through all this. Having more power bombs isn't too bad. There's not a whole real lot of application we can do right now in the immediate sense. That didn't look like it was important. Now, I'm just sharing useless info on my phone. Alright. Let's see. Go through this. We're gonna go. I'm so used to jumping all the way over there and crossing the bridge, and I learned I could just jump up here if I have double jump. Saves me a couple seconds. Easy. Easy. Alright. Go through this. So there's a fountain that shoots up water. It's usually poison water, and you can't do anything with it. But if you just... I didn't kill that guy. The water killed him. Seems like a true story. Oh, hang on, it's a little bit difficult. There we go. That actually worked out really well. We landed in the water. but I mean, no, not that way. This way, this way. It builds character, though. Alright. Yeah, the ghosts respawn. That's just the thing we gotta deal with, but... Luckily... Oh, okay. I don't have to fight him this time round. Best navigator. There we go. And just journey all the way back through this stuff. Don't mind them. They're just having a fun time. And now, we're gonna go take a quick little dive into the water here. You can do this while it's poisoned. It's much safer if you don't. Alright. So that wasn't useful. Again. I'm gonna have plenty of missiles, though. There we go. So, you'll typically see me stick with Power Beam until I absolutely need to switch to another weapon. Lots of different reasons for this. It deals damage pretty well over time. Like, you can just fire quickly and whatnot. There we go, get rid of those guys. Can just jump over here, jump up here. No, in the randomizer it shuffles it up every single time that you create a new seed. Essentially when I make a new ROM. So I always have to gamble on where I'm gonna go, essentially. Knowing that an item is somewhere is the important part, but you never really know if defeating one of the bosses here is going to be a useful drop or not. Yeah, just have to kind of hope that you see an item, and then when you finally see an item that allows you to make some progress, you have to know that that you can go there. Actually, while I'm here, because it's dark... Okay, there is an artifact up there. I need... Oh gosh, I need Boost Ball again. Alright. So, that's good to know, is that I need Boost Ball to beat the game. Okay, it's not doing the thing. That's good. No Chozo ghosts in here. Alright. So let's do this one real quickly. This one won't fetch me an item, but it will unlock progress if I do this little... I don't know if the word puzzle's correct, but I need to do this to get to areas later on. But there was an artifact back in that Chozo Ghost room, which is highly unfortunate. It's really hard to land directly in the hands of this guy. It's very difficult. So I know where 3 of the artifacts are. I have 2 of them currently. We know where 3rd one's at, so that only leaves 3 more to find in order to access the end game. That is good news for us. Alright, so we're gonna scan this thing right here. This takes down this shield, which enables us to come up here without having to roll into a ball and all that. And I sort of jumped too far. Got distracted with explaining stuff. So we gotta now... This one will show us an item. Don't know if it's gonna be useful. But it could be. Could be useful, could be not useful. We still have Phendrana Drifts, luckily, to go looking around in. Yes, I gotta... I always forget sometimes. Alright, here we go. But yeah, Phendrana Drifts. I think I can get to Phazon Mines, which is the last area. Okay, it's an energy tank. Not progressive, but it's more useful than a missile. I do want to check, because I have the Ice Beam and all that, I am going to go check. There's an item nearby, and specifically through this door, that we could take a sneak peek into. Alright, so there's Rolly McRolly's here for days. But we can take a peek in here and see... Okay, we don't need it. To be fair, there's probably going to be a lot of places that we don't need. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice indeed? Alright. Oh, now there's a ghost. Which is unfortunate. It makes this really difficult to see that small section. See, that's what I was expecting. And it's not just one ghost, by the way. It's 3 ghosts that now spawn in that area. Oh, well. Oh, okay, yes. This is, yes. I know there's a trick to this, but I forgot this is the room that we need the boost ball for. Great, okay. I'd forgotten that exists. I usually forget that room exists. You'd be surprised. But that leads to different areas that have items, that has an item itself in there as well. Luckily, at least with this chosen room, like the doors don't lock. Makes it easy just to hop out of. Just be on your merry way. And then just ignore that. Alright. So I think... There is Magmore Caverns. Since that's nearby, I might go diving and look around in there. Go see what's what and what's up. The question is, what's going to be the best and fastest way? It might be faster to actually just go back to spawn, because I can't go back through this way. Like, if I get a super missile, I can show why later on. But basically, that elevator is going to be difficult to get to immediately. So why not? I wish this game could do with a teleport. Sadly, not a single Metroid has ever had a fast teleport. You could argue, like, there's a fast travel system in Metroid Prime 3, but I mean, it's not exactly Breath of the Wild style. So you have to do a lot of walking around, walking back, which, to be fair, is part of the game experience, like having to backtrack your way through and all that. It's worse in a randomizer because typically, if you decide to go to an area and it doesn't have what you need, then you walk all the way back so that you can go check another place that still probably doesn't have it, and then you walk all the way back. That's sort of the downside, I guess, if you will, of playing Metroid Randomizer. But I love it. I love the Metroid games, so can't really call that a con. Specifically, it's more of, do you prefer that play style? Because at least, like, in Legend of Zelda, like Ocarina of Time, you can just save and then reset. Worst comes to worst, it puts you at the beginning of a dungeon, and then you just walk out of the dungeon. Because you don't really get any of the teleporting songs till much later, typically speaking, but here I can only save at a save point, as in true Metroid game. Again, very good items. Although I think one of the more surprising things of Dragon Quest XI is that you get zoomed so early on, like compared to other games, that you don't really need Chimera Wings. Which I guess, like, it's sort of nice, but it was kind of surprising to see, like, alright, here we go. I could freeze him and shoot him with a missile. I prefer to save my missiles, but probably ends up being faster if I did that, because I'm not very good at aiming sometimes. Specifically with these controls. Because the Metroid Prime games, specifically 1 and 2, don't control the way you think they would as a first-person shooter. It's a little complicated. Like, if I gave to someone who plays specifically Halo, like this game, and didn't explain the controls, he'd be confused. be immediately confused on how to play this game. Just start it up on the tutorial screen, be like, can't do a thing. To be fair, it works on the GameCube controller. Like, it does good work. Alright. So, you can, because we have Gravity Suit and we have the double jump, you can actually just walk through the lava and then double jump your way up over here. But I don't want to use my energy tanks quite yet to do that. There we go, 4 missiles. And we have grapple beam, so we can actually just maneuver our way across. These flames won't die out, so we just gotta deal with it. Perfect. And then we need these now. So luckily there are a couple items we can go through. We're gonna let this guy just breathe his fire, because that happens when you shoot at the very specific point. You can lock onto that. Makes it easier. We got these guys. Normally you're supposed to like wait for them to open up and then you can shoot them, but I have double jump and I can just jump my way across. That first platform to get to is really difficult under normal circumstances. This one I do want to shoot because he's a little annoying. And unfortunately I can also just walk off the edge of him. So here we go, we got the jetpack pirates. We haven't even seen regular pirates. I forgot I don't have charge beam, which makes this much more useful. Because normally I just use the wave beam shot, but I don't have charge beams, so that's good. Yeah, the jetpack ones are feistier than their brothers. Alright, hang on, So, there's this pump that we need to activate. We specifically need the wave beam, and normally what you're supposed to do is have the heat visor to see where these conduits are at, but they're all under these gratings. There's 3 of them. I just need to hear real quickly to make sure I've activated them. They make that little klaxon sound when they activate successfully. Okay. It's a little bit tricky with hitboxes sometimes with the wave beam on these guys. Okay, there we go. I'll turn it back down a little bit. So that's one of the easier things you can do without the heat visor. But there is another problem which we might have to solve, specifically involving that kind of scenario. Where's my... There you are. So this is about to turn into a time-based little minigame just to check one item. We have to scan these things, which is going to allow access to another part of these doors. Allow us to roll in there, do another scan, but it's time limited. Luckily, I know which way to go. Also, your other clue is that if it's covered in lava, that's not where you're supposed to go. There we go. So this is the last one. Just... No, that's the wrong way. Camera changed on me. That's unfortunate. It's not a huge time loss, thankfully. Those guys are the worst little Triclops things. Okay, so that wasn't worth it. But at least once you grab that item, the timer stops, and you can safely maneuver your way back out. And there we go. Okay. We're not quite done with this whole area yet. You're not supposed to access this part of the area quite yet, but we can, because we have power bombs. So we're gonna get the rubble out of the way. See if I can't get another drop. Nope. But I will take the second to go scan the elevator here, so I don't have to later on. But that takes us to Phase on Mines, That's essentially through the back way. And there's no real reason for me to go that way, because I don't have the items I need to really get through it. Like, there's some things I could do. This does respawn these, but I don't need to kill these guys like I did last time, because I'm not sticking around. And we just walk through this fire. It's no biggie. It's not a problem for me. And then there is this, which I will. This is a save room here. Get that, get my energy back. Weirdly, we found an artifact, which is fine, but we haven't actually made real progress. Just checked off items or places that don't have the items I'm looking for. Alright. So we're going to be heading into the backside of Phendrana Drifts. This will take us pretty darn close to a boss, which isn't terrible, but it's just I would rather not face him if I can help it currently. So there he is. So his normal trigger point is actually through there, where you normally go through to face this boss. But we can check this item over here without having to wake him up. Okay, it's just more missiles. I'm just gonna roll backwards. Certainly better than... Oh no! Okay, it's fine. I can do this. There we go. That's... Yeah. I like not waking him up either. One of the quote-unquote requirements to beat this boss is the heat visor. It was pretty close. Luckily, because I have the double jump, I can actually double jump from the ground and still get the grapple points. It's just that it's a lot more difficult. But it kind of scared me too. I was like, oh no. But it is possible to get back up there without waking him up if you have double jump, specifically speaking. But we're going to do a little bit more exploring around. Yeah, I gotta love me my space jump boots. Solves quite a bit. Okay. That's another area where normally you would want plasma beam for, but we don't need to. Alright. Yep. There's a lot of water in this area, so it's gonna load that up. We gotta... So that area should take us... So, I'm gonna zoom the map out. So this is all we've explored of Phendrana Drifts. It's much larger than you think it is. It's quite huge. So I want to try to get to this platform right here. Oh, okay. Invisible bats of doom. Where's my door? There you are. I knew I was off a little bit. Alright, but we're not too far off. Luckily, because we have the gravity suit, this area is much easier to work with. I call this the melted part of Phendrana Drifts, where it has a huge section of water. This is where you normally grab the gravity suit. But we can take a peek. See if we can't find some items around. Yeah, took a bit of damage, but I mean, it's fine. Okay, I want to be closer to this guy. That's something... Okay, hi there. Say hello to the little adolescent Metroid. And say goodbye to the adolescent Metroid. It's not even like a standard... Oh, you're facing the wrong way, guy. Okay, that's all. That could have gotten worse. Alright. So we gotta target that there. This will break the ice that's directly below us. I can't tell if the item was just... Yeah, it's just an energy tank, but it's not bad grabbing it. I already have to fall back down anyway to get where I need to go anyway. Where? There it is. There it is. Nope, it's fine. Jumping around in the dark. No, that's the That's the emulator problem. That's the... Don't worry, I'm sure we'll find another one. There's a couple that are hiding around. I forgot that he's here. Although we might go straight into the Space Pirate jump packs. But yeah, it's the emulator that's the main problem. Like, this laptop has a little bit troubles, hiccups sometimes running GameCube games, and this is the heaviest GameCube game as far as processing. Yeah, most of it's pretty brief, and a lot of it has to do with water. If there's water in a room, the more water there is, the more significant it becomes of a problem. Alright, there we go. The eye shot is, or the ice beam is incredibly slow as a shot, but it does wonders against these guys. Yeah, no, it's something I've tried to mention beforehand, but it's emulator side. It's not a thing on internet side or your side. It's just the emulator trying to process everything. True story. True story. Wait, how high am I supposed to be up? I'm not even supposed to be up. Oh, good times there. Although, to be fair, there is a place I could search up here. Okay, that was a little close to that wall. True story. Okay, so that was also a worthless item. But this item, there is, I believe, through that door here. Well, I say door. It's not actually there. But through that door there, there's another item in there. That is normally an artifact in the vanilla game. And I just want to fall all the way to the bottom now. Good news for me. I can easily do that. Just listen to gravity. To be fair, there's a lot of missiles, and they know they're not useful in this game. In the 2D Metroids, they have a lot more use. Oh, I think we're gonna have some Metroids. Nope. No Metroids here. All right. Continuing on with my journey. Just jump down here. Okay, I hit something. I'm not particularly happy about that. Okay, it's the little invisible things. Yes. Little supersonic. So pretty much in all the Metroid games, listening to gravity. Don't disobey it. So half of the upgrades total in the game are strictly... I don't even have to go that way. I think I could jump up here. Yes. Anyway, half of the upgrades are just missiles. Ooh, there is an artifact here. So that's 3 gathered, 4 we found total. I wish. No, so I am not a Metroid. Despite what it sounds like. No, I play as a character, a female bounty hunter named Samus Aran. That could have gotten better. I'm not gonna lie. I got ping-ponged around there a bit. Okay, yes, this is where I want to be. Just gotta get out of the water, because we need to go take a quick peek as well. There's another item in this room. I can't reach it yet. There we go. Oh, I gotta deal with this guy because I think he locks the doors. So we're just gonna shoot him a couple times. He's not a biggie. Double jump for days. Alright, we can check in here. Wait, can I? Yeah, there's lots of water in this room, so that was loading up. Yeah, so that takes me back to this room, which I do want to be in. That's if I know how to press buttons. It's fair enough. We do want to be in this area. This will take us back. True story. I don't remember if in that room that drone locks it, but there's a couple rooms where those drones lock the doors when they notice you, which is pretty much when you walk into the room. So we have to deal with that. We got more jetpacks. Not really much of a problem with the ice beam. Charged wave beam is also a pretty good option. Super missile if you have to, but I typically just I prefer the ice beam. It's just one shot, use a missile. Okay. What ate my jump? Yeah, I have to defeat the drones to open those doors again. It's a bit of a nuisance, but forces me to think on my feet. Alright, so we gotta keep climbing. That's the rule here. We gotta keep going. Thank goodness for the mini-map showing me where I need to be and all that. Alright, just keep on. That should be the door. Yes. Gotta have the right weapon. So, some of the doors are different colored and whatnot. The color of the doors matches up the color of your beams, save the blue ones, which can be opened by any weapon. Okay, so this is... Nope. Nope. I don't need to be in that room then. So there's an item in there. It was just missiles. Okay, wait, there is a whole heap of items in there. Gosh dang it. Alright. I could go through it backwards. That's a possibility. No, I can't. I know specifically why I can't. So there's a wall that needs to be broken, then I need to break from the other side. It's gonna make sense later on. But this does mean we have to jump back up all the way to the top of this room. Where's the other jetpack? There you are. Hello there. The ice beam is incredibly slow on its shots, both in travel distance and in... I wonder if I could double jump to that. It looks pretty long. I'm gonna have to test that in theory later on. Because that's just an annoying morph ball segment, which I think later on even has enemies given certain circumstances have happened. Just walk by this guy. He's not doing anything. Alright. This does mean we need to go face a boss. Oh, I need to do this without... Have I used... Yeah, I've used one of my power bombs. Slightly unfortunate. Alright, so we're going to be defeating a boss. True story. True story. Alright, gonna open this box. I got... What did I get? Okay, I think I got missiles out of that. So we need to go face this boss. It's more of like they color coordinated the locked doors. It's a unique feature in Metroid Prime where certain doors need to be unlocked with a specific beam. That was to prevent areas to be locked off. Because it was possible to grab items you could grab. But, yeah, the color coordination was more to just make it easier for you to know which door to use. So, normally you're supposed to have the heat visor so you can target the specific weak points. And I have to remember which ones they are. Luckily, it glows red when I successfully hit it, so I know... Well... a baby tiny fib. There we go. So not only have the heat visor to see where his weak point is, we're basically destroying rocks attached to Thardus here. It's gonna be a slow fight. If I had Phazon Beam, this would go much faster, but I don't. Okay, there he goes. We destroyed the outer shell of the rock, so now we can latch onto this, because normally, again, what happens is, with his phazon rock exposed, it makes the... oh, right, it does the... I forgot this is part of the morph ball thing. I'm getting used to this boss fight again. Alright. But normally, the phazon rock being exposed overloads your heat visor, and then you kind of just switch back and forth. But we're going to let him roll into a ball, because you can use bombs to actually hurt him when he's rolling around. But he hurts a lot. So as you can see, I use the bombs to expose the next rock piece. And then we just fire at that. You could use missiles against him, but because his arms are moving around and there's so many rocks in the way, it's safer to just kind of keep using a beam weapon of some sort, even if it's just power beam. I prefer wave beam because it enables me to the shots track where he keeps going with when he keeps moving around, so essentially just allows me to keep on hitting him even if the angle may not be perfect. So just, there we go. We're gonna do the same thing, gonna park ourselves in front of him, lay down all the bombs, and just roll into a corner for safety. You can actually hit this, hit that phazon rock while he's also rolling around. Yeah, I learned that from watching actually a speedrunning event. Actually, I think it was from a GDQ event. I was like, you can hurt him with regular bombs. I was like, what? It's actually one of the few bosses that actually can be damaged by the bombs, really, in Metroid history. Yeah, kind of the same idea. It's like you can just use the bombs. So he's going to summon up a blizzard here, which all that does is just impair your vision. It's not entirely a bad scenario. You just have to sit through this cutscene. Alright. So he'll get ready to roll up again. And normally what you're also supposed to do is use the boost ball to get away, but you can also just roll away from him entirely. Just run around over here. There we go. He does roll faster than you. Like if he's chasing you, even when you're on Morph Ball, like he'll chase you down. Okay, that was a really quick roll. That can happen, but that's unfortunate, but I know it's this big rock on his shoulder, head, essentially. So that's not a terrible thing, because it's easier to hit than pretty much all his other rocks. But because of that quick roll, I couldn't damage the rock to get him to... There we go. So that I could just latch onto him and keep going at it. Yes, I keep going into a corner because he hits pretty hard. And because he rolls faster than me, it's very difficult for him to roll into the corners. Like, incredibly difficult. But you can see he almost got me. And he only rolls around for a certain amount of time, so you can easily just... Like, once you make it to a corner and he rolls past you, you kind of just go back out looking for him. If you have the heat visor, the blizzard doesn't impair your vision, so you can easily see where he's going. So that's why I kind of say, like, the blizzard doesn't actually do anything. It's more of just a cutscene. But he is a fast boy. Alright, so now he's going to call off the blizzard. Oops, there we go. His hitbox is actually quite large. But this is also the only boss, I believe, that can actually be damaged by power bombs. which is a very rare instance. So we're gonna just deploy that power bomb, and then that kills him, because that's his last bit of health. That was also a trick I learned from a speedrunning event. Definitely from the randomizer, at least. Which, to be fair, I think was on Speed Gaming, but anyway. So that's boss 2 defeated. In the not traditional way at all. Okay, good. Something else I don't want. Thank you very much. Didn't want to have to do that boss that way, but it just happens. Sometimes you gotta do it just so you can make progress and at least check what he has. But it's just more missiles, which, again, we don't need. But I believe I have to pick those up because the doors lock. So, I can't get away without picking those up. Gotta get rid of these drones. They unfortunately hurt quite a bit. Like, you wouldn't think so. Again, thank you very much. The nice part, too, is that normally you have to have Super Missile, which we would need Charge Beam to get through this side of the door we're on, but because that door is just a normal door on our side as well, like, you just go through it. Come on, buddy. There we go. See, normally this door is unpowered. You have to shoot this grate off so that you can use the wave beam to unlock it, but because we defeated the boss, we don't have to. And just make the jump. Alright. Definitely do a save here. I am thinking of ending the stream here. I'm sure it's getting close to dinner time for you guys. Not to mention, the area that I have to go through is towards the right of me, which is the Space Pirate Research Facility area. And that goes all the way through here, connecting up back to this research core. And boy, oh boy. Like, it doesn't look like it's going to be a long distance, but it also... Oh, no, it doesn't connect up there. It connects to this room, I believe. There's a room you can connect up to Frost Cave, if I remember correctly. Although, I'm probably wrong, and that probably is just an elevator. I wouldn't surprise me. But there's quite a number of items through there that we can go looking for. So, plus it's going to be mandatory if I want to go back through Research Core backwards. It's like, in order to go backwards through Research Core, I have to go forwards through it. It's a little complicated. The problem is that if I don't find Boost Ball along the way to get to where I need to go, then it becomes a problem. But yeah, no, and like, it might look like it's a long distance. It's even longer than you think. I hate having to go through the pirate research facility, especially if it wasn't worth it at the end of the day. Like, at least I know that the item in Research Core is not an item I need to go grab, so I can stop myself before going there. But it's okay because I need Boost Ball to get to it anyway. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, is just trying to find where Boost Ball's at, because I'm steadily running out of options. Realistically, it needs to be somewhere in here, because the other option is to try to dive into Phazon Mines, which I really don't want to do. There's a small chance it's like so it's either here or essentially to get to Phazon Mines, there's a couple items I can go looking around for back on Talon Overworld. So that's kind of the next agenda, is finishing up this area and then just progressing to the next area. But we defeated 2 bosses in this session, and considering it's 3 bosses and then essentially 2 final bosses. I can get into that later, but essentially we've done 60% of the game boss-wise at this point. 40%, wow, I am good with numbers. But until then, I will continue this tomorrow about the same time. I'll let you know as always. I'll probably start a little bit earlier, knowing that I have a lot of traveling to do in the between going from Phaedronidris back to the overworld, and there's not a lot of safety save points along the way. But thanks for dropping on by. Again, I'll let you know, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna go take care of chores, enjoy the rest of my day as well. But I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bada bing, bada boom.